To start with, I think we should first establish why it is important to have Agile teams in the digital transformation formula. Well, to put it simply, because such teams drive digital transformation. Companies found in the middle of the process often have to react quite swiftly to embrace a vast amount of unprecedented change. To accomplish the mission, so to say, and remain effective, Agile teams are required. And now about what those actually are. An Agile team is a cross-functional and self-contained working group. This means that the people in the group can deliver a project without having to rely on anyone else's expertise outside of the group. That's kind of cool, right? An Agile team should not be too large in size either, because we know that the quality of communication sort of diminishes as the size of the team increases. So that's why Agile teams prefer fewer people in their circles. From this point of view, it is generally better to have, 2 teams of 5 than 1 team of 10, for example. As what concerns the activities of Agile teams, I would list the following: defining an increment of value, building it, testing it, and then delivering it. All this in a relatively short time frame. Since an Agile team has to do everything from start to finish, it is crucial to have the right roles within the group. The team itself normally consists of people responsible for creating the product and people responsible for validating the product. However, in most cases, anyone could be a team member who has valuable knowledge to bring to the team and help to complete the deliverables. Besides these, there are 2 specialty roles within the Agile team, which would be worth discussing separately. First, there is the team lead, or if you are using the Agile method Scrum, the so-called Scrum Master. In case you haven't heard about Scrum before, it is an Agile project management methodology that is predominantly used to develop the most complex of products and systems. The point of the Scrum Master's role would be to facilitate the team, to remove all obstacles out of the way in favor of smooth progression, and to make sure that team members follow those Agile practices and processes that were agreed upon between themselves. To bring a very straightforward example of a Scrum Master in action, let's say that the Scrum Master of a team of 6, let's call it Kate. So let's say that Kate notices that during the past few Scrum meetings, there have been some instances of social friction between team members. Not irreparably bad things, more like those tiny habitual issues that could harm the cohesion of the team in the long run if not taken care of. For example, one of the developers was late for daily meetings on more than one occasion, or a team member was a little too blunt when discussing a technical issue with other teammates. As I said, not tragic cases, but potentially harmful over time. So what does Kate do when she notices all these small issues? Well, she mentions them in front of the whole team and initiates to create their team's own Agile working agreement, which is a collection of guidelines for what kind of work culture a team wants and agrees upon. An agreement as such serves as a sort of reminder for everyone about how they should commit to respectful behavior and communication, therefore reducing friction within the team. The other specialty role would be that of the product owners. The product owner is the team member who is in charge of the business side of the project. This role might be the most aligned to the end product, because the product owner is the person who represents the interests of the main stakeholder and the one who literally owns the product that the team is working on. So naturally, she or he has to have the clearest understanding of what the stakeholder wants to see. As what concerns a product owner's responsibilities, the most prominent ones would be to communicate the stakeholder's vision to the entire team, to make sure that different tasks and processes always follow the right order, and ultimately to deliver maximum business value through continuous clarification and motivation within the team. If you ask me, a product owner is just the most logical role to have in your team. And to illustrate that, let's take another example of how a product owner operates in real life. So let's say we have a product owner named Tony on our team of 6 members. The team is currently working on a website for, an online bookstore. The owner of the bookstore notices a bug that occurs during the checkout process and tells Tony about it, as he is the link between stakeholder and team. Tony has to act quickly. First, he checks if the issue reported by the stakeholder is actually a bug that the team has to take care of and not some misunderstanding. Once that's done, he goes to that one particular developer who had worked on the checkout flow and briefs them about the problem, this time speaking to them in sort of a technical language. Because there's usually not too much overlap between the language of stakeholder and developer. The developer then solves the problem, informs Tony. Tony checks if the problem has indeed been solved, and if everything's all right, pass it on to the stakeholder. So here you go. This is how your ideal Agile team would look like. But let's not forget though that Agile is an adaptive approach, so you can simply adapt the roles and structures in your teams until they work for everyone.
If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on LinkedIn.